Hi, fire signs. This is Christelle Martinette, and I'm here with a mid-month reading starting from the 14th. There is that full moon, and I wanted to get it in early for you to catch that from the mid-month to the end of November. These are fire signs, and I'll indicate the timestamps at the bottom. And this time I'm going to start with the tarot. I have the Initiatory Tarot of the Golden Dawn for starting Aries. Let's see what what is in store for you for this second. What kind of guidance can we have for the second part of the month for you, Aries? Let's see what we can find for the second part of the month for you, Aries. Well, let's put it this way. Let me show you these cards. 10 cards. I have the Three of Cups, the Devil, the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, La Luna, the Moon card, Six of Cups, the Two of Cups. Any more cups? We have the King of Wands. I'm laughing because the Eight of Pentacles. I'm laughing because it's as of course I'm showing you the cards, but I have the reading in front of me, and I know I'm seeing the message, and there's a whole lot of sensuality here. There's sensuality with a person from your past, and I don't believe it's only one person. I believe it's more than one person. Now, apparently, the interesting thing. Well, there's this Two of Cups, and then shortly thereafter, sorry, there's the Three and the Two. There's the Two and the Three of Cups here. But then there's also this Seven. And it's telling me that you have an amount of choice here. It seems that things are being presented to you, and it's far more than you're expecting. The Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups are telling me that, but there is a very strong, a strong peak. There's a peak of sensuality the second half of November, and it is going to condition you in some way. It's not that you'll be conditioned, but it will be as if your mind is there. Your mind is always there, and it's right over the Six of Cups. Now that's one person from your past. Going into the person of your past is another King of Wands, going right into that. And it's interesting because I was saying there's more than one person. There's more than one person because the Seven of Cups is suggesting that. The Seven of Cups is always, there's an expression in Italian that says l'imbarazzo della scelta, the embarrassment of choice. There's so many, don't know what to choose from. But here there is one head, and it's interesting because there is a head there, and there is a skull cap in the past. So what is it trying to tell me? It's trying to tell me that one is coming in and one is going out, but no, not both people are coming into your life. They may try to, but it's not going to happen. There's a King of Wands here, which could be a woman that is really going to charge in at the last minute. It seems. Now, what's interesting here for me, and I'll take the Vera Sibilla, I'll mix them as I speak. What's interesting is that the moon, the position of the moon between the Three of Cups and the Six of Cups, as if, they're saying, you have to ride out the month. There's not much I can tell you, much more than that. I can't say more than that. It's almost as if a surprise is coming, and the moon is sort of, there's two progressions here. There's this Two and the Three of Cups and the Eight and the Nine of Pentacles. And on the one hand, there is this emotional pull. There's this water coming and flowing all over you. And there's the 10 and the 6 of cups. Is the past that's making a jump into, it's almost as if the plans from a person of your past are coming forward and you're going to speak about it. What do we want to do in the future? And it's going to concern your life together. Quite interesting this is. And the happily ever after card, this family and people who are involved with your relationship, the people around both of you, is mirroring this Luna, the moon card. And it's telling you that on the one hand, yes, you're framed within a family in another context, but there's also something that you don't know. And we're not telling you. That's actually telling me you're not telling me. The cards are not telling me. I'm going to go right away to the Devil card with 3 Sibylla cards. And what do I have? All right. I've got the Ammalato, the sick, the Donna di Servizio, the housemaid, and the female enemy. Sorry, not the female enemy, dispiacere, the tears. And of course, these 2 cards are mirroring each other, and there is sadness there. It's almost as if the theme is sensuality, but the actions, what is going on, there's that what we don't see is the sensuality and what is bringing you or the other person to the fore. It's making them emerge. And emerge they will, because there is something going on. Perhaps they caught wind of somebody else coming into your life, but they're going to emerge they're going to cancel that other person out. That other person doesn't stand a chance. This is a person from your past. They may both be, but one in particular is going to really show their worth. Now, I'm going to, let me see if I could raise the light there so you can, there you go, and see the other cards. And I'm going to put some more cards on the Luna, the moon card. And what do I have? They've come out together like this. Giovane Fanciulla is the Virgin of the deck, the Denaro, the safe, 19th century safe, and the Omaggio di Preziosi, gifts. So it's as if, I'm laughing, I'm laughing because it's as it's the message very clear. This is an engagement. This is a proposal. This is a bona fide proposal. This is they are going to propose something. Whether it be putting a band on your finger, whether it be living together. We need to get serious now. I'm here because, like never before, I want you to make plans with me. This is the proposal. And it's funny because it's new. It comes out as being new. It's not like that person usually acts. And this is over the Luna, what you cannot believe and probably will not believe until it's even happening. And then even then, you won't even believe it. Okay, now I'm going to take a look at the 7 of Cups with those 2 heads, the head and the skull cap. All right, and what do we see? What do we see here? We have the artista, the artist, the man who's literato, sitting there. The intellect could be a scientist, right? Then we have the doctor, who indeed is a scientist in many respects, of course. I'm trying to get some lighting there. Oh, get more lighting there. Okay. And then, that was dumb of me. Okay. And then the last is so speedy, finally, right? So as I always say, this is an ambiguous card. Will they be coming in, or finally they will come in? And what we have here, though, is a description in the 7 of Cups of a person who is most likely a scientist, a scholar could be, who is on the spectrum, from to, on the spectrum of being long time waiting. And it is, he or she is amiss as to how do I go about it? When do I make my move? What is the timing involved? It's right over the 2 of Cups. And the 2 of Cups is sandwiched between both the 6 of Cups and the King of Wands, as if, It's now or never, baby. If you don't come in, somebody else is coming in. This is what the cards are saying to me. And then we have this lovely, of course, this Eight of Pentacles as the outgoing card. And outgoing, this woman in the card is. Could be a man as well. I'm going to take now the runes because I think we could use them at this point in the game. See what they have to say to you, Aries. Okay. Now, yes, let's say that the person who's deciding or is having to decide or is not sure whether he or she will decide is having so much trouble moving forward and coming forth, and it's causing such great anxiety. But that person, man or woman, is going to come forth in such a grandiose fashion that it will be very, very telling of the person that he or she is. It's going to mark the way you consider that person from now until the end of your relationship, for as long as you stay together. It's going to show you what this person is made out of, the way they unveil themselves, the way they come out and show themselves to, the way they make their presence known is going to be quite interesting because it's uncharacteristic of how you know that person to be up until now, because they were slow moving, they were not journeying forward. As you met them, as you were with them, the relationship did not move forward. And what is going to happen, the way I'm seeing it, with these, both Yera, Iwatz, and Pedro all on their sides, is they're going to hold back until the very, very last minute when it seems that something gets the better of them and they finally come out in the open, not of their, I'm laughing because I'm going to say something stupid, not of their own free will. But of course, we know that people cannot make decisions for others unless they're children, and this is something that they do. But before they even know what they're doing, they come out. It's as if the devil made me do it, and that's what they're thinking. And the devil is there. Actually, the devil is there. The devil made them do it. Over the devil is as if there is the Hagal, and Diag. These two are talk of profound, very profound transformation of the nature of this person, as if you didn't even think it were possible. You had probably written this person off a long time ago because the patterns were always repetitive, and there was no way that you could possibly come together. And well, lo and behold, Aries, something is going to happen, as if there is, it seems that there's another person involved, and Purdi, just not to have that person come forward and be in your arms, or be, or you be in their arms. They come out before it's almost as if, they come out and the king is naked. They don't know what to do. It's very interesting that. It's very, very interesting. And it's a surprise, so you Aries are out for a surprise. There is abundance here. And the abundance comes from the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups together. There is a very magical mix of a spiritual nature that just smells of success. But there is, the 8-card, the 10-card spread here comes in with the Three of Cups, telling you, this is going to be a moment of celebration these last 2 weeks with the full moon, actually, a moment of celebration for you, and you're going out smelling like a rose, ladies and gentlemen of Aries. I do hope this was of help to you. Very interesting. I love surprises like this, and I do hope this will help you be a little prepared for the surprises, but not too prepared. Bye-bye. Hi Leo, this is Christelle Martinette with a reading starting from the new moon on November 14th into the end of the month. And I come to you this time with a deck that I have pre-shuffled. This is the Initiatory Tarot of the Golden Dawn, my Vera Sibilla cards, and any other thing that I need. And I have the runes as well that I'll use to crown the reading. Now, This I will be doing with a 10 card spread that I'll show you. Wow, some people get all the luck, Leo. Look, beautiful, beautiful cards. There's a sun right at the middle. The Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Page of Cups. One of the focus cards is the sun. Right next to the sun is the Magician. The Six of Pentacles. And on the second row, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, a lot of people here, the Strength card, that's your card, Leo, and the Two of Cups. Whoa, you're going to be a busy person, Leo, the second half of the month. Very, very busy person. You probably will not know. Well, let's say that the first 2 weeks will have you coming into the 14th and 15th as really unsure of which way to go. I could see that. This is unsure of which way to go, battling with it out within yourself. But, you come to a realization that this is for the birds. I don't want to do any of that. Why don't I just concentrate on what I love to do? And that's your next step. You start, and when you make that decision, when you realize that you should be doing something that is what you want, what brings you joy, the sun really starts shining for you, and you take matters in your hand. You're able to, not on your own and nor collectively. I was going to say collectively, but it's not collectively. Collectively, within a universal sense, you start all of a sudden raising your eyes and knowing where your power extends and how far you can go with your desires, your hopes, the manifestation of bringing in joy. Now, it's quite interesting to see the outgoing card from the first row, this Six of Pentacles, because it is a reflection of the fact that as soon as you make that sort of turn, this sort of reflexive turn, let me do what suits me best, you start seeing little signs of abundance coming your way, Leo. Now, of course, there's much more here. And one of the very important cards is this Ace of Pentacles, because it is telling you that the way you came into this second half of November is not at all the way you will go out. And it is thanks to that spiritual, let's say, intuition that you had, that it's time to look within and use your gifts in order for you to create abundance. And it's thanks to that moment that you will start slowly, because the King of Pentacles is a slow-moving card, slowly moving toward your goal. The sun is shining on the King of Wands, and that's you, Leo, man or woman. And it's the importance of the outgoing card, the Two of Cups here, stands to tell us that, of course, money is not the only attraction that comes our way. It's not the only thing that we manifest. It is love. It is love that can translate into many different forms. Love that you receive from your colleagues. Love that is thrown your way, comes your way in the small sense, in little things, people smiling at you as you walk down the street, little favors you receive, people deal, act toward you in a different way. It just And it seems that it happens right at that 15th, right at the full moon, because you make the decision that it's time to stop. There's something there that you've been doing that's just not right. It's just not suiting you. And that is the key. You making that decision turns the entire next 2 weeks around. I'm going to take the Sibilla cards on some of these. First of all, on this Seven of Wands. And see if I can get more information about that. Okay. Yes, the lightness of being comes your way. Leggerezza, riunione, the meeting, reunion, and a loved one, l'amante, the male lover could be a female lover. This talks about meeting and a physical coming together, okay? Physical in many sense, in the sensual sense, in the physical sense for a cup of coffee, in the sense of living together, in the sense of whatever you decide with that person. And your goal for the second part of the month is to turn that around, and is deciding, is that point of no return, is the decision that you make, this is not going to work anymore, I need things to go my way. And it does happen. It does happen. We have this Page of Cups that turns to that Seven of Wands. And as soon as you make the decision, it does come to you. I'm going to go now to this Six of Pentacles here, over mirroring that first card, the Seven of Wands. Yes, yes, yes. There's a couple of, as soon as I put these cards down, love, amore, letter, and the widower could be a widow, which is not literal in literal sense. There's a loss. Okay, what I see here is that the previous period, the first 2 weeks of November, has had you in a position of having been experiencing that lightness of being here, and having had the possibility of being together. But for some reason, there is something occurs that just tells you it's just not right. And this can play out in many different ways. It's perhaps you being in the presence of someone that you know, that you already know, who has come back to you, and you spend some beautiful days, but perhaps they live on the other side of the world. Perhaps they live on the other side of the country, and you know that their situation and your situation doesn't allow both of you to be together. And so by the time that person is ready to leave, you are literally mourning a loss, because you're preparing that you won't be able to see them again. But what does this first line tell you? It tells you that you can make the decision to be together. You both can take that decision to be together. Sure, it would mean moving. Sure, it would mean changing. What's wrong with a change? I'm going to go now to the King of Wands here. I'm going to go to the King of Wands. Yes, all right, the King of Wands, the King of Wands. Omaggio di preziosi, the gifts, mercante, the merchant, work, and superbia, vanity, which is also success. And here the King of Wands is telling me that the potential, if you both decide to stay together, because there is emotion, there are strong emotions there. There are stronger emotions than you expected. And that is the problem. And they're telling me, this King of Pentacles is telling me that you have the ability to come together with much success, and with the happiness of all of the people around you, your family, your friends as well. There is this Ace of Pentacles that I'd like to check out first, because it stands in a position before, it stands in the second row, the incoming card to the second row, and the outgoing is the Two of Cups. Okay, yes, it does talk about, it turns into this relationship in the second half of November, takes a qualitative jump from the physical to the spiritual. This is Constance, Our Lady Constance, Costanza, Sospiri, the ship going in, coming, leaving, who knows, and the trip. It is most likely that one of the people who have been together in one part of November may have to leave. And you both knew that, and you knew that for some time. And it was a long time before you had seen each other again. But, the cards are counseling me to say, I'm counseling you, Leo, that you can make that decision. You have to really think about it. Before I'm looking at the King of Wands, yes, you are going to start thinking of it seriously, Leo. That is you, the King of Wands. You're thinking of it seriously with pensiero, alegria, and the happiness you'll remember that you both felt. And with a tinge of melancholy because that person, for some reason, or you have to move. But you will be thinking about that seriously. I'm going to take the runes to see, what they can tell us. Yes, it is. It is so happy. There is so much happiness here. So much happiness. The interesting part of this relationship, because it is a relationship, Leo, let's accept that. Even if it could be an ocean between you, it doesn't matter. There is a relationship there. And the strength of the relationship is that you have opened up together and you both did not expect the strong pull that has occurred when you were physically together. It's a very deep rooted feeling for you both. Now, right over the Strength card, I have here Awats. And Awats usually is a card of protection, and it does protect love. It does protect your emotions. It does protect your fears as well. It protects you from having and feeling the fears. It comes, though, right after. Not though, and it comes right after we have Wunyo, bright stave, and weird over the card of you, over you, which talks about you wanting to call the shots, you wanting to wait until you're ready. You're good and ready with the Strength card for that love to come in and for you to blend together. It's quite interesting, this, because first there's the notion that you both didn't expect it. Then there's the notion of the separation. So it has, the ingredients of being, this beautiful romance, then coming back or meeting together, you living afar, and you both have difficult situations because of the family or friends or baggage that you must have. Remember, baggage is, everyone has baggage, and think of someone with no baggage, how boring that might be. And what they do tell me, the cards, though, is to seriously consider the fact that you can come together. You both can come together in a time that you both decide, and you will decide with Wunyo, bright stave, and weird. You decide when you're good and ready with the Strength card and Awats. And, I don't believe that the second half of November is dire, even if we do see you mourning the fact that the person has gone away. I don't see it as being terribly sad, because we have the outgoing card of the Two of Cups. You definitely do feel the love. You definitely do feel it. After, even more, because as you were together, it seems that you were experiencing, I'm getting so excited, you were experiencing it, and you weren't able to accept that could it be, now that the person has to there's a hiatus, there's just separation for a bit, or until you decide. Well, just wallow in that nice, lovely feeling, Leo. Just wallow in it. Enjoy it. Namaste, Leo friends. Until we read together again. Bye. Hello, Sagittarius. This is Christelle Martinette, and I'm here with another reading for the second half of November, starting with the full moon on the 14th. And I hope you have been having a lovely month so far. I wanted to get this out a little early so you can remember that the month is starting with the full moon, the second half. There is a full moon, an important full moon on the 14th of November. And see if it might help you in some way to give you guidance. I have here with me the Initiatory Tarot of the Golden Dawn that I'll show you after I spread. I have my Vera Sibilla cards and the runes that I'll I'll crown the reading with. Let's see, these were pre-shuffled, but I always like to shuffle when I'm on camera. How nice, how nice. We have here, well, let me show you. The first card in, the entrance card is the Major Arcana, the Lover's card. Next to that is this beautiful Wheel of Fortune. Next to that is the Knight of Pentacles. Then there is the Four of Cups. There's the King of Wands. This has come out often, this reading. Then we have a lovely, lovely Magician. The Ten of Swords. The Four of Swords. The Ten of Wands. Two tens mirroring each other as well. And this Page of Wands. Now, you're here with this King of Wands. It's come out for all of these fire signs, I believe. Look, it's a magical period for you, and this is fairly clear. It is a magical, but it hasn't been for a long time, because you had gone through difficulties. They're not over, because you still have to make a lot of decisions. And there's the period, the second half of November is a moment when you're going to sort of pull the strings together and start to decide, what do I want to do? Where I have to plan. I have to plan where I want to move. I have to plan where I want to go. And I've been saying this for a long time for you, Sagittarius. But here the Four of Swords is telling me there's a little more weight, which is going to give you some cause for concern, but not too much. I mean, with these cards, the Lover's cards, the Wheel of Fortune, but we do have these two fours. And it is true that in matters of the heart, you have nothing to be envious of concerning all of the other signs. I mean, you are spoken for. You even if you're not coupled, there is a strong sense of love that follows you around, Sagittarius. And especially in this part of the month, it has become stronger. For those of you who are partnered, you're actually really taking it to the second level. And this is why you're a bit impatient in terms of making plans as to where I want to live. There are just these two impediments, this Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, that I'll look at with the Vera Sibilla cards. And the Page of Wands in the end, it's as if the end of the month brings you some news in terms of your actions. Where will you be going? What will you, there is also the other side to this, because the Page of Wands is mirroring the Magician card. This could also mean answers to letters you have sent out, answers to applications that you have sent out, responses to requests that you have made, either to purchase a home. You'll get information on that if you are, possibly if the seller of the home is interested in, or you can find an apartment to rent where you would like to, and all of that. But I see it more in the field of your work, your activity, because it seems that you start getting positive responses to the CVs you have put out, the forms that you have filled, and the applications you have filled out. And what's interesting as well is that you will have already had responses. There are responses of two kinds. You'll be getting responses that you're just not interested in because of the working conditions, because of the salary they're offering you, because of the the place where you're going to have to move. Perhaps it's an area of the world or of the city, of the country, of the nation that you're just not interested in going to. But you will have another offer as well, or other offers. What's very, very clear from, that emerges, because when I look at a spread, I see the overall energy that comes up, is this Knight of Pentacles, because it's a Knight of Pentacles that just is riding right into the Wheel of Fortune. And it has behind the wheel, there's this Lover's card, and it may be a sign. There are a couple of things here. It may be the person or persons that you are involved with. It could be a partner, could be a business partner, could be a friend. They have put you into connection. They've made you connect to someone that is going to be instrumental for your future. Now, that also could mean, though, that it is your partner, your companion, who has made a suggestion to you that you didn't take seriously. Look at this Wheel of Fortune with the monkey at the bottom there. How cute. Because you didn't take it seriously in the beginning, but then it proves itself to be something that was quite serious and was a valid possibility for you. I'm going to take, first of all, the cards, the Sibilla cards on this Ten of Swords. Yeah, you are really hoping, you just don't want to, you're not going to accept, there's this superbia, vanity, there is the Speranza, hope, and Bambino, the beginning. And, I can say that there are many of you, couples, who may be wanting a child, and that is very clear from this, from these three cards. But it also, over the Ten of Swords, is that you have been trying, and then it finally, after a long period of time, the female component does become pregnant. But it also talks about your unwillingness to accept this position that is offered, the one of the first that is offered during that period of time, the second 2 weeks from the 14th onwards in November, because what you're hoping for is to start with something greater, to start with something of more importance, and you would be willing to wait with that Four of Swords, and wait you will. The wait it may be protracted a bit. Let's take a look at that Ten of Wands. Yes, it is. It's going to put you in a position of having to wait. The prigione, prison, the Gran Signore, and the Omaggio di Preziosi, waiting before you find that position that you're really interested in. And it does come out then. I'm going to look at this Page of Wands. Yes, it does so. It does so. Very, very clear. Letter. Belvedere, looking out. Positive answer. The letter and the communication is positive. And Vecchia Signora, who speaks to positive change. Very good news coming in. And so for me, it looks like the end of November brings you positive news in terms of what your wishes were, what you have manifested, what you have planted seeds in. And it is positive in terms of your desired position. I'm going to take now the runes and see what they have to add. Okay. All right. Now, it's odd to see Anzus Merkstave, Fehu Merkstave, which talks of the opposite end of abundance. It's in abundance. So it's right over the position that we were talking about. You would be offered, but you're not interested. And that's quite interesting. It falls right there. And Awats, that falls over the Wheel of Fortune. That reminds you that no matter what happens, even if you decide not to take this, you're sitting pretty because something is coming in. Something more important is coming in. And what is a guarantee of that is this Knight of Wands and sorry, the Knight of Pentacles with Tear on top of that, Tear that has fallen at the very top, which speaks of success. What's more, we have Keenats here, bright stave, over the Four of Cups, and this tells me that you have a very, very very keen, just to use the same word, keen insight into the fact that you know what you're worth, okay? You know that you'll be able to pull off a job that is greater than what is being offered you now. You want to wait it out. And you have support. You do have support. You have the support of fate with you and on your side. And Kinaz, over this Four of Cups, is telling me that you don't have to fear waiting because the offer that you're wanting and wishing is going to be manifested. Well, I hope this is of help to you, Sagittarius, and have a nice end of November until we read together again. Bye bye.